came at you with a tedding video, then a mowing video, and a merging video. Now we're coming at you with a chopping video. And no, I am not chopping. I am actually sitting in the buddy seat here. And Sarah is chopping. So we are currently chopping some new seed and alfalfa here. This field was wheat last year, and we seeded it down late last summer. This is a very young stand of alfalfa here. It's a herbicide resistant alfalfa that is doing pretty good. However, it's a little dry. We had cut it right along in the regular time frame here, and the hay that we were chopping earlier was a little heavier, and that moisture was just about right. This moisture on this is running right in around 45% or so, and yeah, so it's doing pretty good. So Sarah's loading Colton right now, and Colton's just about loaded, and then Jared here, he is on deck, and I almost ran into the side of the trailer. So Colton's loaded. Hello? All of Cummingses is done. Both sides of the road. Alright. Okay. Alright, you can take those home. Alright, we'll see ya. Yeah. Alright. So we've got maybe 5 acres left to chop on this field. Then we've got some strips to do up on the back road here. And we've got some more new seed to do as well. So we'll just keep on motoring along here. You can see the dust is rolling out of the ground here. The moisture on this hay is running right around 44% what I see rolling across the monitor right now. We're right to the point where the chopper is going to start gumming up. We do have the water truck on deck here. It's not currently at the field, but we're only about 4 miles away from home, and it wouldn't take much to jog back to the farm here and grab that. Now, when we load the trailer, we do have a camera on the spout that Jared can see in the truck. We also use the turn signal game, and what we do is turn the left directional on the chopper. Then he knows that he's got to come back some so that we can load the front of the trailer. We've already got a decent pile in the front. Now we're loading the back, and then once Sarah gets the back of the trailer loaded, she'll have them start coming back so we can load the front again. We put a decent pile on the front of the trailer so that he's got good traction. Then we move to the back of the trailer, start loading it. And then once we get up to the front of the trailer, the chopper just stops when the trailer is full, and he continues on, and we've got the whole length of the trailer to clean out the chopper pipe on. So we've only got like 6 or 8 windrows here, and we've got a couple of trucks waiting on deck, and then we're just going to keep moving along. Sarah just picked up a pile that the merger dropped on the headlands here. So you're going to want to go over to about the 3rd or the 4th windrow. If he gets set up before you get there, that's all right too. We've got a little bit of a side hill in this field right here, and Jared doesn't have traction tires on right now. We didn't want to change the truck over to flotation tires because we're going to go into moving manure here between 1st and 2nd cutting, and we didn't want to monkey around with having to flip tires back and forth, so we ended up leaving the road tires on, and it's been dry anyhow. She missed the back of the trailer a little bit there, as Jared was pulling the head on her a little too far there, so Sarah's trying to get the back of the trailer loaded here. And the chopper does have active fill, however, she is not using it. She is using the actual controls on the joystick for controlling the spout. Alright, we ended up landing the drone because I ran out of battery here. Sarah's got this one just about loaded. Once we get to the end, we'll switch out trucks here. We'll be able to fit the last 3 windrows here we've got on the on one of the other trucks. So this stuff is dry. Look at the dust rolling out here. You can't pull that deflector down so far. Alright, stop, let him go.
How dare you?
Alright, Jared has rolled out, and we've only got 3 windrows left here. Alright, we've just run metal. Yeah, we gotta jump out here and find out what it is. No, there's the culprit right there. Part of a tire. There's metal cords in the tire, so that's what would have tripped it. This would have ended up in the manure and then spread on the field here. Now, so that it doesn't start right away, click on, then off, then on. Once it gets wide open, and then the back of the joystick is the compressor sheet. All right, let's go. All right, we've got the last windrow here, and then we're gonna go on to some strips that are up on the back road here. Watch it, you got a stone right there. Kind of lift up a little bit. We'll have to get that. There, we lifted up over the top of that guy. We'll have to go back and pick that up. You can hear the little pebbles and stuff going through the pipe. What do you think of this chopping, Sarah?
It's fun.
Fun? Well, I guess that's gonna do it for this video. We only got 100 feet left here. And we've got some strips to do, and that's gonna finish out our day here. So, I wanna thank everybody for watching, and we will catch you at the next video. Get that little wad over there. I think he sees it. Alright, we had to get our truck going here because we got into some hay that's too dry. And it looks like we got a fire over there. They might need this truck to put that fire out. I'm kidding, but I don't know what's going on. It's a lot of black smoke over to the south of us here. So I have dug this out about 6 times. I thought I had this chopping video done here, but we have had to enact the water game here. We had to do this a week ago with the tank that is on the trailer. And we ended up filling that tank up a couple, 2-3 times. That's only a 300-gallon tank. We've got 3,700 gallons here. So this is a little better setup here. What we need to do is lay a pipe or something across the back of that truck. Just have it hinged down, come over about 10 feet with a mister wand on it, or just have that handle to that fire hose mounted right to it, and you know, the guy in the truck could just drive it, you know, and water the windrow. We wouldn't have to have a guy on the truck. But this is nice, a little better setup doing it this way. We really don't have to conserve water too much, because that 300-gallon tank, we were always worrying about running ourselves out of water and needing it, you know, later on here. So let me set this down and I'll come back at you here. and we are almost done here. For tonight, we've got just a windrow and a half left up on that upper field, and that is a boat that's on fire down there. So that is going to do it for this video, folks. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll catch you at the next one.